So welcome, dear friends, to the practice of walking meditation. Everything we can do as a meditation. We just have to cultivate the energy of mindfulness in whatever we do. And as you bring that energy of awareness to whatever we're doing, it becomes a meditation. So when we're walking, we normally are trying to get from one place to another. But in walking meditation, we are arriving at every moment, with every step. Because that's what's really happening. We are arriving in the present moment, step by step by step. But often our mind is already thinking of where we're getting to, whether it's to our office or to the car or to even the toilet. But if we can really be attentive to what is happening right here and right now, then we don't miss the process of getting from here to there. We're always here. So how do we do this as a practice? So the first important element is to be attentive to our breath. Because our breath links our mind and body. Our body is here, but our mind may be somewhere else. So once we come and bring our mind as a breathing mind, we come into the present. And our mind will go off again and we come back to the breath. The next is we try and link the breath with the steps. So, for example, when we're walking, we might take 3 steps with our in-breath or 4 steps with our out-breath, depending on the rhythm. Each person has their own rhythm. So we don't try and control we don't try and control the breath, we just control the steps. So we see whether there are 3 steps or 4 steps per breath, or 2 steps. And each time we do that, we are linking our breath and our step. And we are bringing our attention from the breath into the step. So we're really bringing the attention to the soles of our feet. We're dropping that mindfulness into the soles of our feet. And we're imprinting our mental state, our mind state. If we're anxious, if we're worried, we're going to imprint that onto the earth. If you're peaceful, if you're loving, we're imprinting that. We're making love with the earth in our process of walking. And sometimes you might use a type of gatha, a type of poem to remind us of how we're walking. So there's a very nice, simple gatha, and it says something like, I have arrived, I'm home, in the here and in the now. I am solid, I am free, in the ultimate I dwell. So as we step, we can just say, arrived, 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 home, 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 here, 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 now, now, now. So with each step, we are arriving. And with each step, we are home. And where is home? In the here and in the now. That is the pin code, the zip code of home. Arrived, arrived, home, home. And as you practice this for a while, we become more and more solid, more and more free. We're not caught in our emotions, in our thoughts. We're solid and free. And as we continue to walk, we realize that there is no such thing as a separation between the historical and the ultimate. We are the cosmos. This body is linked to everything else. So we can say, in the ultimate, I dwell. So this is a very nice way of walking. And then we stop from time to time. We can look around, look at the flowers, look at the trees, just enjoy nature, feel the gentle breeze on our face, listen to the birds. Really become attentive to the miracle of life that is not just around us, but within us. So knowing that I'm alive in this moment, and this is the most important moment in my life. So it's enjoying each moment, being present with each moment, and then touching the miracle of life, touching the miracle of nature, and living in such a way, and with the simple act of walking. So walking can awaken you. You can be awakened with that very fact of walking. You're not trying to get anywhere. You're just arriving at each moment. And then you realize that this present moment is a wonderful moment. If you can really live in this way, then we're happy, we're free. So the first time I met my teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh, he was sharing the practice of walking meditation with me. And he shared a short gatha saying, "My mind can go in 1,000 directions. Now on this path I walk in peace. With each step, a gentle wind blows. And with each step, a flower blooms." And it's so true. When we walk, we quell the thinking, we walk in peace, and we touch peace, we be peace, not just think of peace. And then, as we walk gently, not only do we feel the breeze, the gentle breeze, but we can feel or imagine a lotus or a flower blooming under each step. It is an image that was often offered for when the Buddha was born and he took 7 steps as a child. And it's a sort of poetic description. And with each step, a lotus bloomed. So that's sort of gentleness of walking. And when you walk in that way, then you can leave behind you a whole stream of lotuses, a whole stream of flowers, like a garden you're leaving behind you. And when you walk with your community, walk with your children, it's like this. So it's a wonderful practice. I remember with my daughter going to the bus stop every morning, her school bus. So I used to hold her hand, and she was young, and we'd do walking meditation together. She was sort of full of energy, a lot of life in her, and I had a little more solidity. And so in this way of balancing this sort of energy, we really enjoyed walking with each other, holding each other's hand. And it's very nice to walk with a partner, with a friend, with your child, so that we walk together. And we realize that we're not only walking for ourselves. When we walk into a practice center like this, we're walking for each other. We realize that I walk for you. So as soon as somebody walks in here, they realize everyone is walking with mindfulness, and that we can really engage in that energy that somebody else is offering. So when we walk, we can also walk with somebody else, with somebody you love, a friend, and then you offer each other your energy. So walking mindfully can be a collective exercise. When we walk into a center like this, a Jamun village, we see somebody doing walking meditation, we immediately realize that is the way to walk here. So in a way, we walk for each other. We offer the practice of peace, of awareness, of awakening through our walking. And you can recognize a practitioner through his or her or their walking. Just being present, arriving, and then feeling that sense of freedom, smiling at the trees, at your beloved, at flowers, hearing the birds, feeling the gentleness of the breeze, and just knowing that it's a miracle to be alive and to have these 2 feet, to be walking. The famous Zen master Lin Chi of the 9th century said something like, people say that the miracle is to walk on air or to walk on water, but the real miracle is to walk on the earth. And can we really be cognizant of that we have 2 feet, we have legs to walk? I have friends who have no legs. They've lost them because of bombs or, for other reasons. And then I think, wow, I have these 2 legs. How lucky I am. And then I can walk with them. So it's a sort of practice that you can do. I do it every day. When I get up in the morning from my bed, I put my feet on the ground. When I go to the bathroom, I'm attentive that I'm stepping, with each step arriving. And I try and do it everywhere. So anybody can do it, especially if you're lucky to have 2 legs. So enjoy each step and live in a mindful, awakened way. Thank you.